morning. Today, once again, it's going to be a blustery day, windy for some. We've got rain moving from the west to the east. Still mild for most, but through the day in the west, the temperatures will start to fall. I'll have all the details in 10 minutes. Morning both, good morning to you too. This morning, it's quite a mild start to the day. The forecast is a cloudy one for most once again. We've got rain moving east and it's going to be windy. The strongest winds today and tonight will be across the north and also the west. Now we've had some persistent rain through the night. In the last 36 hours actually in the Isle of Skye, we've had as much as 116 millimetres. But you can see we've also got another leg of rain, and this leg of rain is going to be moving from the west to the east through the day. So if you're starting off with some brightness in the east, it won't be too long before the cloud builds. You'll see a few rain though across the Northern Isles, and behind this band of rain you'll find we see a return to some brighter skies, some sunshine, but also some showers. Now, temperatures ranging from about 6 in Lerwick to 15 as we push down to the southeast. So behind this weather front, the temperatures are actually going to dip. So the highest temperatures in the west are now. Through this evening and overnight, we see the front pull away into the North Sea in the near continent, and the front in the north sinks southwards. Now it's bumping into cold air, so we'll see some wintry showers even down to sea level across Shetland and down to about 200 metres across the Highlands, for example. But in some of those heavier showers, they could get down much lower than that. Could be a risk of ice as well in parts of Scotland tonight, but as we come further south, it's not going to be quite as cold as it is in the north. Tomorrow we start off with some gales across eastern Scotland. To ease, any showers that we have will also start to fade away, and there will be a lot of dry weather around too, but it's going to be much colder. In fact, in Scotland tomorrow compared to today, there'll be at least a 10-degree drop in temperature for some. Lou and Dan.
Gosh, that's a
good morning, everybody. This morning there's quite a bit of cloud around once again, and today it is going to be pretty breezy. We've got rain moving from the west towards the east. But if you're just about to step out, it is a mild start to the day. These are the kind of temperatures that will greet you. In Lossiemouth it's already 15 degrees, Edinburgh 14, Belfast and Cardiff 13, Manchester and London 12. But for some of us, those temperatures will actually go down through the day. And that's as this weather front bearing rain continues to move from the west to the east. Colder air follows on behind it. One look at those isobars tells you it's going to be windy, especially in the north and also the west today. Now, we've seen a lot of rain through the course of the night. In the last 36 hours, actually, in the Isle of Skye, there's been 138.6 millimetres of rain. That's almost 5.5 inches. And there's more rain for you today. This is the band that's moving from the west towards the east, eradicating the early brightness we've got in some eastern areas. And we've also got some persistent rain ensconced across the Northern Isles. Now, behind this weather front, we see a return to brighter skies, some sunshine, but also some showers. And temperatures going down. Remember the 14 in Lossiemouth? Well, we're going to be down round about 9 by the time we get to the afternoon. But as we come further south, we still are in the milder air. And it's largely, we've got a change in the wind direction, more of a northerly component in the north, more of a westerly in the south. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, there goes our weather front clearing off into the North Sea. We've also got this weather front which is sinking south through the night. We've got the northerly wind and cold air, so we're likely to see some snow showers even down to sea level across Shetland in particular, but down to about 200 metres it will start to accumulate in parts of the Highlands. In some of the heavier showers it could get down lower than that, and it's going to be a cold night. Look at those temperatures, 2s and 4s compared to the 12 to 14 we're looking at the moment. Come further south, not quite as cold. So then, as we move through Thursday, you can see how the blues dominate this chart, indicating it's going to be cold, but add on the wind chill and it will really feel quite bitter for some. But we've got this ridge of high pressure building in, which will settle things down, bring milder air through Friday. But first thing on Thursday, some gales across parts of eastern Scotland and eastern England. As the ridge of high pressure builds in, the winds will start to ease and we'll see many of the showers fade away, and a lot of dry weather, a fair bit of sunshine. But don't forget, it's going to be cold with that wind chill. Look at those temperatures. These are the maximum temperatures. So not as cold in the south as it's going to be in the north. And for some parts of Scotland, the temperature will actually be a good 10 degrees lower than it's going to be today. So you will certainly notice that. Now on Friday, we start off with a fair bit of cloud around. Then our clutch of weather fronts come in from the west, introducing some rain. But we're going to start to see milder air because the wind will return to more of a southwesterly. So these are the temperatures in western areas, 11s and 12s. Eventually we'll see the temperature rise over towards the east. But what you might find on Friday is the temperatures are higher on Friday night for some than they're going to be on Friday during the day. Lou and Dan.
Oh, is that quite unusual?
It is quite unusual.
Well,
But hey, the weather's topsy-turvy at the
It
moment,
is.
isn't it? Good morning. It's a mild day ahead. In fact, as we go through the afternoon, temperatures in the west will actually drop because we've got rain moving from the west to the east, followed by some blustery showers. But I'll have all the details in about 10 minutes. Lou, good morning, everybody. You know, for some of us, it's a beautiful start to the day. Look at this weather watchers taken this morning in Eastbourne. Beautiful picture. Now, it's a mild start for all of us. However, as we go through the day and a band of rain moves from the west to the east, temperatures behind it in the west will start to drop. So there's some maximum temperatures already being achieved in the north and the west, but they're not going to last. The other feature of the weather is it's windy. So here's the rain. We've had constant rain for the last wee while now across western Scotland, and we've got a weather front producing all this rain in the west, and it's this band that's going to continue to journey steadily eastwards through the day. Now there is some brightness, as we've just seen, for example, in Eastbourne, but the cloud will build. We'll see a few showers, and then eventually the rain will move in, and behind that we're looking at some blustery showers and some sunshine. The rain also lingering across the far north of Scotland as we go through the day. Temperatures ranging from 7 in the north to about 14 in the south, so a drop. Already at the moment we've got about 12 to 14 in some northern and western areas, but you can see by the afternoon we're looking at 8 to 10. So through this evening and overnight, there goes the rain off into the North Sea. The rain across the Northern Isles sinks southwards. We've got a northerly flow, northerly wind. So we're looking at some snow showers down to sea level across Shetland, down to about 200 metres where it will start to accumulate in the Highlands. But in some of the heavier showers, we could see it get lower than that. And there's the risk of ice. Come south, and we're still in the comparatively mild air. But it's not going to last. And I'll tell you what you can expect in more detail in about half an hour. Lou and Dan. Good morning. It's a mild start to the day, but for some parts of the north and west, temperatures will go down through the day as a band of rain moves across the whole of the UK, and it's going to be windy. But I'll have all the details in 10 minutes. Some of us were off to a bright start. You can see an earlier Weather Watchers picture taken in Devon, but for others, there's quite a lot of cloud around and some rain as well. And the rain in the west is going to be moving eastwards through the course of the day. So after that mild start, the temperatures will drop behind it. And wherever you are, you will notice the wind, but the strongest wind today will be in the north and the west. So this is the rain that we've had. In fact, it's just over 5.6 inches. We've also got rain ensconced across the far north of Scotland. That will be with us all day. Further rain in the west. This is the weather front moving eastwards, eradicating the bright start some of us have. There'll be a few showers ahead of this rain. And then behind it, we see a return to brighter skies, some sunshine, but also a good packet of squally showers. And temperatures having reached this morning 14 degrees in parts of Scotland, they are coming down. But because the weather front hasn't got into the far southeast as yet and introduced the colder conditions, the weather front in Scotland sinks southwards, taking its rain with it. We're now in a northerly airflow, so we'll see some snow showers coming in, even to sea level. Across Shetland, down to about 200 metres in the Highlands, we'll start to see the snow accumulate. And in some of the heavier showers, it could get down even to sea level as well. Risk of ice here, but as we come further south, not as cold. So into tomorrow, we start off with gales across eastern parts of Scotland and eastern England. But as a ridge of high pressure builds in, that will mean that it might be sunny, but it's not going to be warm. Don't forget, we've got the wind chill to add on to this. These will be our maximum temperatures. So in Aberdeen, your maximum temperature will be 4 degrees, tempered by the wind. And in some parts of Scotland tomorrow, the temperature will be a good 10 degrees lower than it's going to be today. Whereas as we come further south, the temperature will be lower, but it's not going to be quite as cold as it will be further north. Dan and Lou.
Bit of blue.
Hey everybody, what a brilliant idea though. This morning it is quite a cloudy start to the day. Some of us have started with some sunshine, but there's some rain as well. And the rain is moving west to east. Behind it, the temperatures will start to slide. And it's also going to be quite a windy day. The strongest winds in the north and the west, but the isobars across the charts telling you it's going to be windy anywhere. So this weather front here is a cold front. As it takes its rain from the west to the east, temperatures will fall behind. And we've seen quite a bit of rain, particularly so in the last 36 hours across the Isle of Skye, and still quite a lot of rain too. In the west, ahead of it the cloud will build. We'll see a few showers eradicating the bright start, and then behind this band of rain we see a return to some sunshine but also some showers. And don't forget the wind, particularly strong in the north and the west, so some of those showers will be quite squally. Now we've had temperatures this morning between about 10 and 14 degrees. By the afternoon, look at this, 8s and 9s in the west, but still ahead of the weather front, 15 in the southeast. But that weather front does push away through the evening and overnight into the North Sea. The front in northern Scotland bearing rain sinks south, and we see a northerly wind. Cold direction for us, and we'll also have some snow showers even down to sea level across Shetland, accumulating snow down to about 200 metres in the Highlands. But in some of the heavier bursts we could see that get down to sea level for a time as well. Cold in the north, there's the risk of ice. As we come further south, not as cold. Now, as we go through tomorrow, watch the blues in this chart. They just sweep away all the milder yellows, indicating that it's going to be a cold day. Add on the wind chill and it will feel cooler than the temperatures I'm going to show you in a jiffy. But we've also got this ridge of high pressure building in before the next front comes our way. So we start off very windy with gales across eastern Scotland and eastern England. But as that ridge of high pressure builds in, the winds will ease. The showers that we have will start to fade, and most of us will have a dry day with a fair bit of sunshine. But it's going to be cold. Look, these are the maximum temperatures. 4 degrees in Aberdeen. Add on the wind chill, it will feel colder than that. And for some parts of Scotland, tomorrow will be 10 degrees at least colder than today. But as we come further south, it's still going to be colder than today, but just not as cold as it will be as we push further north. But by the end of the day, the cloud will be starting to build across western areas, heralding the arrival of our next weather front. So on Friday, we'll have early brightness. There'll be a lot of cloud coming in from the west, and then here comes the rain. The wind, very important, has changed direction to more of a southwesterly. That's a milder direction for us. So once again, the temperatures are going to climb. So 11 through Friday night. Dan and Lou.
Honestly,